I kind of feel like making this review for The Mist. The Mist is a horror and it's kind of a sci-fi movie in a way. From 2007, released under Dimension Films, which is no longer alive, no longer living. I think it was a 2-hour movie, perhaps. So, The Mist is a film that, as Thomas Jane plays David Drayton, goes to the supermarket with his wife and son, I think. And then there's some storm out of nowhere, some mist related, as a species of creatures, bloodthirsty creatures, come in a small town where banned citizens are being held up in a supermarket, and then they are fight for their lives. I actually wanted to do the review for this movie for this week prior to watch. The sooner I got to give the movie review. I actually watched it a couple of times before. The first time was in New Jersey when I was visiting on my. And this is actually my second review for October because I'm reviewing something horror related. Good. It's supposed to be science fiction too, but it's mostly a horror film, but pretty entertaining pretty good for, that's alright. For for a movie like The Mist. I mean, it's pretty good. I mean, chilling, but I'll take it. You know, these people try to leave the supermarket and they risk their lives and trying to go off the supermarket. I mean, you also had Marsha Gay Harden. She plays Mrs. Carmody. When I got to see this movie, when I got to view this movie for the first time, well, despite that movie insult that she provides this movie, I kind of feel like Marsha Gay Harden played a woman who's kind of outspoken and a woman who never shuts up, because that seems to be the case of this movie. Because she plays a woman who never shuts her mouth. Quite the big gap for the woman have a big mouth. Outspoken. You know, sometimes people are like that. Because you had Laura Hardy plays a. Then we have Toby Jones and some other. I think Neve Campbell played the boy Billy. And also featuring involvement of the Weinstein brothers. The disgraced Harvey Weinstein. Oh my god. His New York conviction got. I'm not sure what the heck the New York trial's doing right now because, you know, as of right now, his California prison sentence is not going to affect. But this is from Greg Dernbach. I thought his direction was pretty good. I mean, pretty nice to see the different cast, like Thomas Jane. He's appeared in some other movies before, but with his performance in Mist was kind of a positive thing. And the sad reality, when I got to see survive the disaster, I'm not sure if the other people will survive, but it's kind of sad that he would take the lives of his wife and son, and then the two other people that were in the car with him. Yeah, but it's kind of sad that he took their lives. But the question is, would it have been a? I know he was a survivor, he survived, but would he have been arrested and charged for taking their lives? But that still is a mystery. You never know because The Mist is more of a horror film, not crime. But with this movie from 2007, it still has a pretty decent of a reception with 74 on Rotten Tomatoes. The 65% popcorn meter is less decent, but at least you still got some audience that enjoyed the movie. Personally, it was a cool looking horror film, sci-fi. But yeah, it was a horror movie that I wanted to give another look because I remember watching The Mist before, part two. I think it was somewhere in the last decade when I got to give it a first look. But sorry for Youngie, but I didn't thought that it wasn't that bad of a film. They tried to some surviving in the supermarket. It was a pretty interesting concept. They were stuck in the supermarket when they were, and some bloodthirsty creatures wants to come after these people. So, what do I give a rating for? I'll give it a 3.5 out of 5. Pretty cool horror film, but I've seen some horror movies that were a lot better, but don't get me wrong, I still thought The Mist was kind of a good miss. I could have gave it a better rating, but that's all she wrote. Yeah, I just wanted to get this review out of the way because I was going to do this like the review the sooner I got to watch The Mist, but yeah. Anyway, so what I'm going to be doing next is reviewing Scream, the first movie, because, I gotta review that one. And also planning to do a review for the other movies I watched, especially do reviews for the Scary Movie and its sequels, because Scary Movie is supposed to be take a shot at Scream, its sequels, and some various other horror films, including I Know What You Did Last Summer, which I did review. I still know what you did last summer, and I'll always know what you did last summer. I still have yet to look at those films, but you never know. But anyways, that'll be it for my review for The Mist. I'm sorry for getting late on this, but I wanted to get this movie out of the way. So, like I said, it was a pretty cool horror film. I mean, you had Marcia Gay Harden playing a woman who never shuts her big mouth, and then we have Thomas Jane playing a guy who survives with his son and wife, but end up killing them at the end of the movie along with a couple other people. But it's kind of sad. But why he was not? Well, he was just surviving. But why taking their lives is just sad. I don't know. Question his motive though. But yeah, stay tuned for my review for Scream. It'll be on the way.